If you're trying to get here, but you're stuck somewhere around here, even though you've been stretching for a while, here's why and what you can do about it. There are two common limiting factors. The first one is your inner thighs being tight, and the second being your hamstrings are tight. And if you've been stretching for a while, you've probably been passively stretching where you're just relaxing into a pose. And what happens is your brain and your nervous system doesn't feel safe in that end range posture. So if it doesn't feel safe, then it's going to tighten back up and bring you back into a space that feels safe for your body. So the way to train your brain to trust your deeper range is to incorporate strength into the posture. And if you have the strength to hold your body weight at the end of your range, then your nervous system is going to accept that end range. So I'm going to give you 3 drills that's going to help with that. First, you want to start out in a child's pose position. We're going to modify it so it's something in between a child's pose and a frog pose. This is going to help bring you into hip flexion, bring your knees towards your chest, as well as open up the inner thighs. So to start, bring your toes together, take your knees apart, just a little bit wider than the mat, and you're going to bring your hands forward and shoot your hips back. Now you want to try and keep the spine straight as best as you can and breathe. You slowly want to open up your knees to a point where it starts to feel a little uncomfortable. And then here's the important part. You want to push down into the ground, almost like you're trying to squeeze the legs back together. So you're applying a bit of tension, a bit of strength into this stretch. And you're going to find where it's about a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 difficulty to hold this squeezing action while keeping your knees apart. And you're going to hold it there for 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, you're going to give yourself a break, maybe even slap out the feet or tuck the toes. And you're going to repeat this process a total of 5 times, coming into the posture, butt back, spine straight, opening up your knees as wide as you can, and then applying some isometric strength by squeezing the knees together or pushing the knees down into the ground and holding it there 5 breaths. And next, we're going to open up the hamstrings. So come into a half split position, but here, instead of keeping the legs straight and dropping the chest down, I want you to dig the heel down, put a slight bend into the knee, and pull the heel back. That action of pulling the heel back is going to help engage the hamstring, so we're introducing strength. And then you're going to try and rotate the pelvis forward as you drop your chest forward. You don't need to go that far because the action of pulling the heel back really drives a lot of tension into the stretch. Same thing, you're going to hold it here for 5 seconds and then give yourself a break. Next, you're going to go in a different direction. You're going to pull the heel back, but instead of folding forward, you're going to reach the opposite arm across and either reach for the toes, shin, or the thigh. Hold it there for 5 breaths, give yourself a break, and then we're going to go in the opposite direction. Again, pulling the heel back, reach the same side arm, and twist. Again, reaching for the foot, shin, thigh, and come on back. Now you're going to repeat the same 3 directions 5 times, and then we're going to take it to the next exercise. Next, you want to grab a block, and we're going to do a combo drill with this. Come into a tabletop position and extend the leg out. Here, I'm on the inside of my foot, and we're going to apply that same pressure down, isometric pressure down into the ground. So flare your toes so that the front part of your shin starts to engage, and then you want to push down into the block. Hold it there for 5 seconds. After your 5 seconds, you're going to squeeze the outside of your glute and you're going to lift up the foot without turning the chest or turning the hips. And you're going to squeeze it here for 5 breaths. And you're going to repeat this process 5 times, pushing down for 5, lifting and holding for 5 times. All right. Then you're going to turn the toes up as best as you can without rounding your back. So if your toes don't point directly up, that's okay. It can point a little bit forward or even a bit more forward. And you're going to do the same thing. Push down into the block, 5 seconds, lift up. If keeping the leg is hard, you can always bend it. Bring the block in, do it like this, push it here, and modify as you need. All right. These 3 drills are a good way of bringing a little bit of strength, a little bit of isometric engagement while you're stretching, so that as you keep practicing these 3 moves, your range will get deeper and deeper, and your brain, your nervous system, is going to trust that you can hold the deeper range because you've put a bit of body weight and a bit of pressure into those end ranges. I hope this helps, and I'll see you on the next one.